Welcome back to the DNX show, and today we're going to be doing our predictions for Southwick. All right, so Doc, what is your bold prediction for the 450 class?
All right, we're starting off full glaze, okay? It's been an off week. I've taken a week off of glazing, and we're back at it. We're going to go, this is going to give some things away, but, you know, I'm here for it. It's Tomac 1-1. We're coming back, and he's just going to dominate the sand. Dominate. He's going to turn this chip around, kind of. Probably the only race he'll win, but he's gonna win this race. It's gonna be sick.
Do you think he has a perfect day, like even qualifying number one?
Oh yeah, we're just out there. Okay, we took a week off. We figured the bike out. We got the jitters out. You know, I mean, it is round like 5 or whatever, but you know what I mean. We've got it figured out. Okay, we're coming back full, just honed in Tomac.
He needs to have a perfect weekend. He needs to have like 4 perfect weekends in a row. But let's start with Southwick for him. Okay, for my bold prediction, and we just talked about him a couple of weeks ago, saying he was struggling, and we don't know why he's struggling. But he changes it this weekend, all right? And that is Jorge Prado gets a top 5. Now, I'm not quite sure if he's actually really good in the sand. I don't think he's really good in the sand, but he's going to change it around this weekend. He's going to have 2 great starts. He's going to be battling for that 4 or 5 spot each moto, and it's going to be huge positive progress, and it's going to lead into future rounds where he's going to do extremely well as well. So, Prado, top 5, guarantee it, stamp it, it's happening. Just saying.
Right.
Just saying.
I mean, it's not like real sand, you know. This is like American sand, so I could see it. It's not a lamel. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that.
Very true. Very true. Okay, so now hopping over to the 250s. And what is your bold prediction for the 250s?
Both motos will be won by at least 15 seconds.
Damn. Okay. That definitely does not go with my bold prediction. Because
by the way, we didn't look at each other's things.
Because my prediction, I have a last lap pass for the win in one of the motos. So that's...
I mean, listen, it could be 2 guys, you know, 1 and 2. Everyone else is like 40 seconds back, and he cleans them out. It could be 15 seconds last lap.
That is very true. That is very true. Okay, so hopping into who's getting the whole shot for this week. And let's stay in the 250 class. And who do you have getting a whole shot? And now this could be either moto, okay? It doesn't have to be for both. It's just one of the motos who's pulling whole shot.
Okay, that makes sense, because I definitely don't see this person getting 2 whole shots. But we're gonna go Joe Shimoda, because I think he like you said, he did good in the sand. The vibes are gonna be high. We had an off week, 2-2-2-2-2, then like 7-8-9-12 or whatever he did. We're forgetting about that. We're gonna get a whole shot back to getting podiums.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. For me, I'm going to kind of go similar to last year a little bit, and that was Levi Kitchen. Pulled the whole shot in a Moto 2, and then Deegan pulled out that nasty-ass scrub, which was insane. And so I kind of think Levi's going to pull a whole shot. I think we're going to have a little Levi showing for the first time in the lead. You know, we haven't seen that at all this year. So I'm hoping that's the case. But yeah, I think Levi can definitely do it. He's really good at Southwick too. So hopefully. But okay, so now for the 450s, who do you have?
I already said Tomac. Tomac's going perfect on the day.
Whole shot too?
Yeah, he's getting whole shot. Yep. We're going fastest qualifier, whole shot, win. Whole shot, win. Okay? All right. Listen,
right.
when it happens, listen, when it happens, you know what I'm saying? You're going to know where to come.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so that answers that. For my whole shot for the 450 class, I have Hunter Lawrence, okay? I think he's going to have a really good start in one of the motos. Maybe the other moto he's like 5th or 6th, but his starts, just like Jet, are like insane. Every single race, he's literally top 4. It's insane. So out of one of the 2 motos, he's pulling whole shot. You can guarantee it, stamp it, come back to this when it happens and say, Josh, damn, you're freaking smart. You're way smarter than Doc over here who picked Tomac for a whole shot. You know what I'm saying?
I've got to manifest, okay? We're making it happen with our hopes and our dreams. Otherwise, our hopes and our dreams are going downhill very fast.
it's already sloping down. So.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our head-to-head matchups, and this is brought to you by NextBets. And if you guys want to bet on any of these matchups, all you guys have to do is go to the link in the description below, nextbets.com/playdnx to play. And for this weekend, our 450 matchups, we have Jason Anderson versus Cooper Webb. And now, last week at High Point, Cooper didn't have a great showing, and he went like 9-11. But I did find out that he was super sick. And so keep that in mind. He still rode great for being sick. I think he got like 10th overall. Don't quote me on that. However, Jason Anderson last year at High Points, at Southwick, he didn't do that great. All right. He went 431. And now I'm kind of leaning on that 4th place right there for this matchup from last year, which has no bearing on this year because he's not doing so hot. But that's going to change this weekend because I have Anderson beating Webb. I think Anderson's going to get like a 6, maybe a 5th. Maybe he goes 5-5 for 6th overall because that's what it seems like it's happening lately. But I have Anderson.
I could see that, I guess. I don't really think of Ando as like a sand guy, but I guess he has done in the past like good, good, solid. However, no, we're going to go Cooper Webb because it's Cooper Webb. And yeah, Cooper's going to Cooper.
Okay. Yeah, last weekend, Anderson actually beat him. I'm just saying he went 7-7.
That was last weekend. He had the flu,
2 weeks ago.
The tummy was tumbling. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just kind of banking on that 4th place from last year. Like, that really has no bearing on this year because everybody's basically healthy besides Chase Sexton. We don't talk about it. All right, moving on to the 250 matchups. And we're going to a little teammate battle here, and that is Jalek Sewell versus Mikel Harup. And now, for me, I am banking on Mikel Harup's MXGP experience in the sand. And I'm going to pick Harup over Swoll. And that is just based off of his experience racing the MXGP sand tracks. And hopefully it translates to Southwick, even though Doc said it's American sand, so it's probably not going to be anything like that. But Mikel Harup is going to do it. Guarantee it.
So that's a great point. Didn't really think about him and his, MXGP experience. However, again, no. It is going to be Mr. Swoll. Had a great ride, first ride back, and it's just going to build upon the building blocks of his building and continue to build at Southwick.
I really like that. I really like that you picked that. However, last year he went 36-14, so not the greatest.
Yeah, but listen, this is this year, and we're building again. Like I said, building.
If you remember, Moto 1, he was like top 5 and his bike broke. So just remember that. So
building on the building blocks to be a better building. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I really am intrigued to see how Mikel Harup does at Southwick because of that experience. I think he can do extremely well. I'm not saying like top 5s or anything, maybe even top 5, but I'm not saying podiums or anything like that, but I'm thinking maybe like 5 through 7. That's what I'm kind of thinking. How's it disrespectful, bro? He hasn't even got a top 5 yet. Like, what?
Because we have to be nice. They all can get top 5s any weekend ever.
That is very true. Let's go into our placements. And for this weekend, we're doing 9th place. Let's stay in the 250 class. And Doc, who do you have in 9th?
A couple weeks ago, we were doing 5th, and I picked this person, and he did not get 5th. So I'm hoping that he does get 9th now, and that is Jordan Smith. Just like right inside top 10, solid. Let's go, Jordan. You know what I mean?
Okay, shout out to the Triumph boys. A lot of talk on them this episode. I think Smith can definitely do that. He's been riding great, honestly. Even with maybe the results aren't showing it, he's actually been riding great this outdoor season. However, for me, I'm going with a gas boy, and that is Casey Cochran. Okay, his starts are insane. He's very, very good this year, I would say. Last week, aka 2 weeks ago at High Point, he went 11.9 for 8th overall at High Point, so he's right around in that range. And so with that being said, I think he can do extremely well once again. Last year he got 10th, so I like that spot. I'm not going to be surprised if he gets a little bit higher, maybe going like 7, like 7, 8. But But yeah, I think Casey's going to get it done. I would really love to see a Rider D showing. I would really love to see that. We haven't
need one
seen
of
that
those.
since Hangtown.
We need to see the Riders D.
Pause. Okay, now moving on to the 450 class. Who do you have?
This person is just returning to the 450 class and likes to hold the bike absolutely wide open, which I actually don't think will help him here in the sand, but that's going to be Justin Barsha.
Do you think his knee's going to hold up in the sand?
I mean, like, that's what I mean. You never know. Like, when these guys come back, like, Barsha's capable of getting a podium. But, like, will it happen? I don't know. I could also see him getting, like, 17th. Because it's his first race back. It's Southwick. His knee's cooked. You know, I don't know. He buries the bike in every corner. Or, yeah. You know?
He did go 6'11 last year for 7th. But that is when he was still riding all season.
So we're going to have a little decrease. Not too bad. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, not bad. Okay. However, I think this is more realistic, okay? And this might be disrespectful, so I'm very sorry that I just said that word. However, I have Cooper Webb in 9th place. So my reasoning for this, he hasn't raced Southwick in a minute. He didn't race last year, okay? He's first time outdoor season in a hot minute, all right? And just, he might be sick, you know? Might be. Don't quote me. He probably isn't anymore, but he might be. And I really have no good reason for this place. I just really kind of have a gut feeling that he's going to be right around there because, I mean, you have Barsha coming back. If Barsha beats Webb, that's kind of insane. I don't even know why I brought that up.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
but then you got the MXGP guys, you know, like Ben Patrell, you know, Valentin Giode. You have Prado. You have, you know, Joey rode very good at High Point. Like, you know, you got RJ, you got Anderson, you know, and then you obviously have the top 4 guys. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's
RJ.
Yeah, like, it's hard.
RJ might be a great one for the podium. I'm not going to lie. No kizzy.
So, with that being said, I'm very sorry for the disrespect, but I got Cooper Webb in 9th place.
Okay, let's move on to the podiums here. I'm going to keep the glaze going, and we're going to go 450s. We're going to go P3, AP again. Another one. Okay, another podium. All right, I told you at the beginning of the show, Chad, we're glazing today. All right, and so we're just going to keep the glaze going. AP 3rd, Jet 2nd. And we already know Tomac's going 1-1, baby.
That's fair. I do agree with AP in 3rd because that's what I have as well. Okay, he's been riding fantastic. I'm really hoping that he can get a win here any weekend. You know, like I really hope so. However, I disagree with 2nd and 1st here. Okay, I'm not a glazer because my guy's out for some odd reason. And for 2nd place, I got Eli Tomac. All right. And I think Eli is going to go 2-2.
5-3.
No, like 2-2. I think he's going to do like 2-2. But the guy that he's got to be afraid of is that kid named Jet Lawrence, who's going to go 1-1 at Southwick. Last year, Jet won Moto 1 and then got beat by Hunter and Chase. I don't see that happening this year. Jet is way healthier. I would almost say he's almost 100%. Last year, he wasn't coming off that shoulder injury from Hangtown. And so, with that being said, Jet might have the perfect day and not Tomac. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's because you're a hater, okay?
I'm not a hater. I'm just being honest. All right?
Going into the 250s, may have not put Levi Kitchen on here, and I think I should have done that. However, I also think that this is very possible considering the years past. We're going to go the Joe Show P3. Like I said, he's going to get good starts. He's going to have a solid day. But we're going to have kind of a second coming of Tom Vial. All right? Tom Vial is going to do Tom Vial things and like 3-2 himself into 2nd overall. And absolutely nobody is touching Deegs.
I do agree that it's very hard to beat Deegan right now. I do agree. I already mentioned this in the past. He's probably winning the rest of the year, right? But we're here to have some fucking fun, okay? And for
right, it's fun for you, but when I say Tomac's going 1-1, okay, all right.
But for 3rd place, I have Tom Vial. I do agree that he's going to show out this weekend. He's really good at Southwick. Go back. He won his first year ever here, right? Last year, he should have got on the box. Maybe he even got on the box, but he crashed late in one of them. Yeah, he crashed late in the moto. Actually, I have the freaking things pulled up. He did. He did get on the box. He got second place. So I think it's going to be another podium for him. I think for second, and I might get some flack for this, but I'm going to have Deegan in second place. Okay. And then for first place, I'm going to have the boy Joe. Okay. And now I'm only basing this off of what happened last year. And that is Joe won Moto 2. And I think that's going to be the same case this year. But I think Joe's going to have a better Moto 1 than he did last year, where he got 9th last year. I think he's going to get second in Moto 1, first in Moto 2, get the overall, and Deegan's going to go 1-2. And he gets second overall.
All the people in that field, going back to my bold prediction of 15-second lead, and then you said there was going to be a last lap. Of all the people in the 250 field to put Deegan on the ground, it would be Joe.
So I'm just saying, Joe might have a lap pass. Moto 2 takes him out 15 seconds. He's not taking him out, but passes him last lap, takes the win. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, in the comment section, let us know your guys' bold prediction and who you guys have on the podium. Thank you guys so much for all the love on all the videos that we've been posting lately. We're excited to have some moto back, man. It's been a freaking minute. And yeah, we're very, very excited. Make sure you guys hit that like and sub button, and we'll be back here tomorrow for some everything moto. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But we appreciate you guys. Much love. Stay safe, and we're out. Peace.